Hello everyone, you are welcome to Mathematics Store. In this video, I will discuss powers and roots. If you are seeing this channel for the first time, please kindly subscribe to my channel and share the link with your friends. Powers and roots. So let's take the first one, powers. Earlier in this lesson, I showed you how to get square numbers and cube numbers, okay? Take for instance, if you have 2 to the power of 2, it means you should multiply 2 by itself, okay, and the answer is 4 here. If you have 3 by 3, if you have 3 by 2, it means 3 by 3, then you have 9. Also, if you have 5 by 4, okay, it means 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. So you have 5 by 5, that will give you 25. 25 by 5, that will give you 125. And 125 by 5, that will give you 625. So that will be the answer to this. Okay, so that means if you have any power, okay, you just multiply the number according to the number. That means if you have any number raised to any power, so you have to multiply that number according to the power. Okay, if you have 6 to the power of 3, that means you have to multiply 6 3 times. If you have 7 to the power of 4, that means you have to multiply 7 by itself 4 times. That is 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. So 3 to the power of 5 is never equal to 3 times 5. So if you say 6 to the power of 3 is never equal to 6 times 3. So you have to take note of this. This is one of the mistakes some students used to make. So let's look into some examples. So you're asked to do this. That is 5 to the power of 2. So it is the same thing as 5 times 5. Okay, and the answer to this is 25. And you have 4 to the power of 3. So this will be 4 by 4 by 4. And it will be 4 by 4, 16. 16 by 4, that will be 64. So the answer to this is 64. So next is to look into roots. Okay, so you can have a square root like this. So 2 used to be here, but it is not always shown. Then you can have a cube root, okay, and you can have as many as possible, okay. So it could be any one of these, okay. So if you have this, take for instance, you have 16 here, and let me show this is square root, okay, even without showing these two, okay, but let me just put the 2 here for the sake of explanation. It means it's a command asking you to find a number you multiply by itself 2 times and you get 16. Of course, that number is what? Is 4. So that means square root of 16 is 4. As 4 times 4 gives 16. If you have something like this, and you have this here, so this one means a number you multiply by itself 3 times and you get 27. That is 3. As you have 3 by 3 by 3 to be equals to 27. So if you have something like this too, let's say you have 4 here and you have 16 here. So it means you should find a number you multiply by itself 4 times and the answer is 16. Of course, it is 2, as you have 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 to be 16. So you just pick one of them as your answer. So from this, it is obvious, or you can draw a conclusion, that if you want to find the root of any given number, okay, you have to arrange or group the number according to the what? To the number we have in the root, okay, or according to the root. So let me show you with an example here. Example 2, we are asked to find or calculate the square root of 400. So what you need to do is to divide 400 in such a way that you have prime numbers, or you can simply say you have to write 400 as a product of its prime factors. So let's start with 2 here. So if you divide it by 2, you have 200. By 2 again, you have 100. By 2 again, you have 50. By 2 again, you have 25. So the next number that can go is 5. So 25 divided by 5, you have 5. And finally, 5 goes into 5 once. So now what we need to do is to, that means 400 is the same thing as 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 5 by 5. So 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 5 by 5. So to now get the square root of 400 now, or we can, let's group this into 2. It will be 2 by 2 by 5. Okay, that is one group, times 2 by 2 by 5. That is the second group. They are equal. So still equals to our 400. Okay. So now we can now, to get the square root of 400 now, okay, you just have to pick one of these, and I'm going to pick 2 by 2 by 5. Okay, that is one of them. Okay, as they are the same, and in this case, this is the answer, and you can write it as a whole number by saying 2 by 2 4, 4 by 5 20. So 20 is the square root of 400. So if you don't have your calculator, this is how you are expected to find it. Or if you are asked not to use a calculator, so this is the way you do this. So let's look into another example here. So here you have to find the cube root of 729. So this one now, that means we have to group, we have to write 729 as a product of its prime factors and group the answer into 3 and pick one of them as our answer. So let's start with 2 cannot go here as this is not divisible by 2. Let's start with 3. 3 goes in 7 2 times. 3 goes in 7 2 times, remainder 1. Put it here, 12. 3 goes in 12 4. 3 goes in 9 3. So this is still divisible by 3. 3 goes in 24 8. 3 goes in 3 1. So 3 goes in 81. You have 27. Okay, 3 goes in 27. We have 9. 3 goes in 9. You have 3. And 3 goes in 3. You have 1. So that means 729 is the same thing as this by this by this by this by this. So I have 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. So now we need to group it into 3. That means you have one group, another group, and the third group. So I'm going to have 3 by 3, that's one group, by 3 by 3, another group, by 3 by 3. That's the last group. Okay, so now cube root of 729 will now be one of these. Okay, it will be 3 by 3. So this is the answer, and you can write it as a whole number as 9. So that means cube root of 729 is given as 9. Now let's look into example 4, which is the last example here. So I brought this question to refresh our memory based on the previous knowledge. Okay, so here for the integers from 40 to 70, write down 1, a multiple of 19. So a multiple of 19 that will be here. Okay, we can get the multiples of 19 by multiplying it by a positive integer. The first one is 19. So when you multiply 19 by 2, you get 38. According to the condition, it must be a number between 40 and 70, and we are here to get there. So if you do 19 times 3, you get 57. Okay, so you can pick 57. Okay, as it falls in this range. Okay, and you can decide to go further. You can do 19 times 4 to get 76, and in this case 76 is out of the condition. Okay, so that means the only available number there is 57. So let's scroll up a little bit. A common multiple of 6 and 8. A common multiple of 6 and 8. So if you do using the shortcut method, so you need to do 6 times 8, okay, that will be 48, okay. Since it is a common multiple, so you can pick 48 directly, okay, that is a common. So if it was to be the lowest common multiple, for instance now, so if you do 6 times 8, 48, then you look for the highest number that can go in 6 and 8, and in this case it is 2. So you divide your 48 by 2, then that will be 24. So that means the lowest common multiple of 6 and 8 is 24, okay, which can also be your answer here, because you just need a common multiple, okay. But I only did 6 times 8, 48, and I stopped there because I just have to get a multiple of 6 and 8. So the next one will be the square root of 2500. So to do this now, you need to write 2500 as a product of its prime factors, then you group it into 2, and that one of them is your answer. So 2500. So if I don't want to waste my time, I can say let me use 5, okay, because if I should start with 2, I will go a long way. So let's start with 5. 5 goes in 25, 5 times, then 5 goes in 0, 0, 5 goes in 0, 0. So I can still maintain 5 again. 5 goes in 500, that is 5 goes in 50, that is 10. Then 5 goes in 0 is 0. 5 can still go again. 5 goes in 100, you have 20. 5 can still go again, you have 4. Okay, now since we need to group them into 2, so we cannot use 4 directly, so because we need to have 2 numbers, okay. So let's use 2. 2 goes in 4, 2. Then 2 goes in 2, you have 1. So that means 2500 is same thing as 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 by 2 by 2. So let's group them into 2. We're going to have 5 by 5 by 2 as one group. Then we're going to have 5 by 5 by 2 as the second group. So one of them is your answer. The cube root now, the cube root of 2500 will be one of these two. So it will be 5 by 5 by 2. So this is the answer, which you can write as 50. Okay, so it is 50. Okay, so that is how to do that. Okay, so the next one here is a factor of 106. So to get a factor of 106, okay, so you can easily divide 106 by some numbers, and don't forget the condition that our answer must be in between 40 and 70. Okay, so if you pick your calculator, you can just say 106 divided by 2, you know that is possible. Okay, so that will give you 53. So that means 53 is a factor of 106, because you can easily say 106 divided by 53, okay, and you get 2. That means 53 is also a factor. Okay, so 53 is the correct option there. An odd number where the tens digit is double the unit digits. So that means if you have something like this, A, B as our answer, for instance, as the odd number, so the tens, which is A, should be twice the B here. Okay, it should be twice of it. A number that satisfies this condition is 63. 63 is an odd number, and the tens is 6, and the unit is 3. So you can see that the tens is twice the unit. So I'll pick 63 as it falls within the given range. a number that is both a square number and a cube number. So in this case, it's going to be 64, because 8 by 8 makes it to be a square number, and 4 by 4 by 4, okay, makes it to be a cube number. So it is 64. Okay, so this will be the end of this video. Please